Welcome everyone. Uh, as it said, the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. So when we are welcoming 2025, we have so many new things going on. I mean, we have new legislations which are impacting different industries, including real estate profession. We have economic forecast events. We had just from Main Street 2 days back. Then we have new, taxation regulations which are coming in. So many new things, and we need to keep ourselves up to date. As today the time is very short, I'll be very brief on all these things, and anybody who is interested can email to SAP and we'll be able to send them the details for that. As to new legislation, of course, the most important, Sunita has already talked because Illinois license, IDFPR has revised the regulation by which buyer representation, any representation becomes mandatory. We need to have it in writing. There is Anti-Money Laundering Act. This is being updated. So by end of 2025, any residential real estate transactions which do not involve monetary aspect, means which are at the bidder. They are done in so many different things. Either you do it through electronic money transfer, or you do it in transferring some other assets or something. You need to report it to FinCEN. That becomes mandatory. Then another is tenant. So far as tenant credit law. Now credit report provided why the tenant has to be accepted by the landlord unless it is very old. Because until now, so many landlords are charging different rates and different things, and they want to go through certain agencies, so that is restricted. Another, radon disclosures are being made mandatory now. So, in purchase and sale transactions, of course, they are mandatory, but now they are being mandated even for rental transactions. And another important issues are flood disclosures. Which is also, the state of Illinois, we have to do that. And if you remember, the Illinois Human Rights Act was amended last year, so that even the source of income is included in the protected class. So when there is rental application, we should not ask for the source of income. It could be unemployment compensation, social security, whatever it is. So this is so far as there are some few things which I could note in the hurry. But now so far as economic outlook is concerned, going to the next chapter, we say it's not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent one, but the one which is more responsive to change. This was stated by Charles Darwin long back, and it's still prevalent today. We have had the opportunity of discussing economic forecast 2 days back at the behest of Main Street organization. We also had Dr. Lawrence Yune's predictions, and as per his predictions, home sale could go by about 9.5% in the next year, and the interest rate could be, moving around between 5.5 to 6.5%. So keeping that in mind, probably we can work out on that. But with these two, there are some impact of global economies, so that we may consider, unless and until we have some negative impact coming from abroad, we should be good enough. China is facing stagnation in residential real estate sector. There's millions and millions of properties which are unsold. India is probably now going on the top, and it could reach stagnation within a couple of years. Germany is having, as the largest European economy, they have had negative economic growth for last 2 years. So if nothing comes out from there, probably we are very fine in US. That is so far as economic outlook is concerned. So far as income tax is concerned, as Benjamin Franklin once said, in this world nothing can be said to be certain except death and taxes. So these two things, keeping this in mind, we have now 2017 Tax Cut and Jobs Act is going to expire in 2025 unless it is renewed. With new government, we expect it could be renewed in some form or the other. But otherwise, the standard reduction, that is, we are having almost right now something standard deduction that will reset to individual personal exemptions, which would be around 7,000 at current index level. And this is also there will be increase in AMT, that is alternate minimum tax, and child tax credit provisions probably will go away if nothing is done right now. Other key economic provisions are that the current highest level of tax is 37%. If this is not renewed, it could reset to close to 40%. And minimum income tax is it starts from the base limit of 10%, that could reset to 15%. So these adjustments are in personal taxation. So far as corporate taxation is concerned, the business related provision, the bonus depreciation, that has been used by most of the companies to get additional businesses and tax credit from that. That is reducing from 100%, it started reducing 20% every year. This year would be 40, next year 20, and that it will expire after that. Then again on top of it, there is qualified business income deduction of 20%, which is available to all pass-through entities. So that is also a part of our Tax Cut and Jobs Act. So unless it is renewed, that will not be available after 2025. Another thing is research and development expenditure. Currently, we are able to write off 100% of that expenditure, but then if it is not renewed again, it will go for capitalization and claiming depreciation over a period of 10 years. Similarly, in succession planning, at current level, as it is said, we have a limit of close to 14 million, 13.6 million for one-time gift and asset transfer. That will reset to about 7 million, based on the indexing they do every year. So that is one thing. So most important thing is people who are planning for trust and that is irrevocable trust or family trust. This is the right time, and probably this is the subject we will be covering in our next meetings in details. Another thing is industry challenges. As Mahatma Gandhi once said, a nation's greatness is measured by how it treats the weakest section of the society. In this case, we are facing acute shortage of homes, and homelessness in nation as a whole, it increased by about 18%. In Illinois, it went up by more than 150% during last 4 years. And there are so many. So with this, I think we'll have in our detailed panel discussion, we'll be covering on this subject. And I think so I'll not be very elaborate on that. And at the end, as I said, I'll repeat that future belongs to those who prepare for it today. As narrated in one Sanskrit proverb, Nahi suktasya sinhasya pravishanti mukhe mruga. That is, if the lion is sleeping, the deer will not go and jump into his mouth. He has to wake up and do the efforts. So let's make our best efforts to make 2025 a successful year. Thank you.